Thank you. Hi, everyone. So we have been talking a lot about ideas today, but I want to talk to you about people. In particular, I want to talk to you about teachers. I'm Emma Scripps, and I'm the co-founder of the Teachers Guild. And at the Teachers Guild, we believe that teachers are the innovators education has been waiting for. But not just that. They are the makers, the activists, and on the heels of an important election in the US, we also see them as the civic leaders education has been waiting for. And while teachers play so many important roles in our schools and in our society, there is this misguided and persistent belief that we must choose to prioritize either student learning or teacher learning. And that has created conditions that limit teachers, that limit their potential for growth, that limit the capacity for them to create impact, not just in their classrooms, but in their districts. And yet, the research is really, really clear. Teachers are the drivers of learning in our school. John Hattie's groundbreaking research has pointed to the importance of what he calls collective teacher efficacy, and that is their collective belief to create change. He has compiled, over 500 meta-analyses of over 50,000 studies, and consistently, teacher collective efficacy is actually more significant impact of student learning than teachers' estimation of student ability, than scaffolding, and he's identified over 247 other in and out of school influences. Teacher collective efficacy is the single most important one. So that's pretty amazing, right? When teachers believe in their capacity to create change, amazing things happen in school systems. And so that's why we at the Teachers Guild, we focus on lifting up teachers' belief to create that change. And so now I want to introduce you to 3 educators that we've had the privilege of working with at the Teachers Guild. So first, meet Tiffany Harrison. She is an educator in Texas, a high school teacher, and she likes to say that being a high school teacher is sort of the best kept secret. And the challenge that she was facing in her school is that while 25% of the students were either Black or Hispanic, they were receiving 50% of the discretionary disciplinary measures. She wanted to change that. She saw an opportunity to support a largely all-white teacher staff to have radical conversations at the intersection of power, privilege, and race. So she created something called the Elevation Framework, and this was to ignite those conversations. That framework led to the very first all-Black student union group in her district. It started at her school, and then it scaled to 4 other schools across her district. It's incredible impact. Next, I want to introduce you to Karin Heil. She is a middle school science teacher in the Bronx in New York City. And she really wanted to take her classroom out to the Hudson River to experience the magic firsthand outside, but due to regulations, she couldn't. So she said, if I can't bring my students outside of the school, I'm going to bring space exploration in. And she started something at her school called Mars Week. And this was sort of a week-long exploration into everything Mars. She even convinced her school principal to extend the school schedule to Mars time, which is 12 minutes longer. And at the end of this amazing week, she reflected, I really feel like I'm a part of the solution, not just in my classroom, but in my school and in my district and in my community. Finally, I want to introduce you to Leticia Cimino. She is an assistant principal in San Diego, California, and her school district, Vista Unified, is experiencing many changes. Increasingly, students are identifying as English language learners in her school district, and this has created an opening to have a conversation around this one-size-fits-all model just isn't working. In particular, she, as an assistant principal of an elementary school, said, why is every student receiving the exact same schedule? from developmental needs age 6 to 12. Can we do something about that? So she created a prototype, and she made a sketch of an innovative, differentiated school schedule, and she put it in front of parents, she put it in front of other teachers, she put it in front of students. The director of innovation at her school district caught wind of this, and at the end of the school year, he came to Leticia and he said, I want to pilot that school schedule. I want to talk about maybe doing this actually in our district. And she reflected to us at the end, she said, I finally feel a part of something bigger. I finally feel a part of a team. So this is the thing that we know about change. We've been talking a lot today about change in education. We believe change in education is fundamentally fueled by people, and in particular, fueled by educators. Teachers are the closest to students. That means that they are closest to interesting, innovative, and impactful solutions that can make a difference in our school systems for students today. And that's why we at the Teachers Guild, we focus on lifting up teachers' capacity to create change. And we know that innovation and change really starts with them. To date, we have galvanized over 100,000 educators globally, and we believe that collectively, their teacher self-efficacy, their capacity to create change, and their belief in themselves will have an outsized impact. Thank you so much, and please learn more at theteachersguild.org.